Yes, this is your Feel Good Breakfast Show, Expresso right here on S3. I do hope that you've been enjoying this Monday with us so far, but it's not done just yet. Joining us right now is Emma Sita and Ameera Hassan. They are content creators and directors of the non-profit called Strangers Picnics Initiative, which helps strangers broaden their scope to making new friends. And we are here for it. Before we get to chat to them about this initiative, let's quickly take a look at what they're doing. Yes, man. Like just looking at that, I want to be part of all of this.
It's a vibe.
Getting emotional.
It's a vibe.
Yeah.
Emma, Ameera, thank you very much for joining us this morning. Can I start with the outfits first? Is this official
Yes.
picnic uniform?
Yes,
Yes.
the yellow is our color, and it means brightness, wholesomeness, and we love it.
And we wear these little bows at the picnic.
Yeah.
We're part of like the community. And yellow because we have yellow balloons, and that is the icon.
Okay, but I love it because you are creating a brand around an idea. And let's talk about this idea. I mean, how was this conceptualized? How did you think about, we operate in the TikTok online space, but let's make it tangible?
So basically, I was on TikTok, I was creating content as a pastry chef in South Africa. And I was working long hours. I had moved from Johannesburg to Cape Town, and I had no friends, no social community, nothing. So I was looking to TikTok, and I used it to my advantage. And I was like, who wants to be friends? And a lot of people commented, and they were like, let's grow the circle. So we said, okay, let's meet in a public space. And I was like, meet me at 3 p.m. on Camps Bay Beach.
Not scary at all, but
I was like, look for the yellow balloons. And I was just there like,
It's like, I hope somebody's going to pitch.
Honestly, and that was the bet. My whole family was like, okay, no, there's like 6 people going to be there. And 40 people showed up.
Yeah, and I was
40
one of
people
them.
showed up.
Yeah.
And you are one of them. And then the two
Exactly.
of you started working together.
Yes, after a few picnics, then I had to unfortunately move abroad. So I needed a host to take over.
Yeah.
And Emma was the lady to be.
Fantastic.
Yeah, it was a no-brainer, honestly. I absolutely loved the concept from the first picnic, and I said, we need to have more, we need to keep it going.
So how long have you guys been doing this?
For 2 years.
2 years
Yeah,
now.
it's been 2 years in May.
And how's it grown? I mean, from that first initial outreach.
Exponentially,
Really?
exponentially. We like to say that it's taken a breath on its own, and it just keeps growing, and people keep wanting more. They become almost obsessed with it. So it started in the beginning, like helping people become friends and everything, and then after a while, it was like, you have to be there. Like it wasn't a choice anymore.
Why is it? Why is there this interest? I think because we know, a lot of people, they operate on TikTok and the social media platforms, and that's where they stay because they're happy. But clearly there's a need for meeting people in the first place.
sure.
We've been part of this whole social media journey for so long, and now we get to connect with people. But why is there? Why do you see? What need do you guys see?
I think it definitely, when we started, it was in 2022, right after the pandemic. So everyone was still feeling a little bit like isolated and kind of forgot how to make friends, myself included. So I feel like it was the perfect time to bring the yellow balloons out and get people together. And one thing people always say is like, it's really hard to make friends in your
Cape Town also.
Yeah, in Cape Town.
See, Cape Town is cliquey for some reason.
Yeah.
How have you found it?
I feel like at the
Amazing. Amazing. Because Emma's also not from South Africa.
Yeah.
She's actually
I'm
Angolan.
actually from Angola, so when I also
Okay.
moved here, it was a hard time to make new friends. Yeah.
Yeah, look, everyone is busy with their lives, and I get it. But I mean, for you guys, what does a picnic like this entail when a gathering happens like this? What happens on the day? How do you put it out there? What's the go-to?
So it all starts with the video invites on TikTok or on any social media, and we always like to say that this is your sign to make new friends.
Okay.
And it's amazing because it lands on, we don't know whose For You page is going to land on. It's completely random, completely spontaneous. There's no respond or RSVP or anything like
And
that.
no pressure either.
Yeah, no pressure, yeah.
And I love the fact that there's no swipe left or right.
Yeah, no, not at all, not at all. And
This
that's
is
the
more
thing.
about meeting people, yeah.
We don't go to party, like you go to parties, but you're not there to make friends. You're there to have fun, but there's no one there with the exact goal. Let's become friends.
Make
Let's
friends,
do something. Yeah.
I think everyone being there with the same intention definitely takes off a lot of the pressure because you're there to make friends. It's not going to be weird if you go to someone and say hi.
What's your favorite color?
Yeah.
Because you're all there for the same reason, right?
Exactly.
So they all pitch up with a picnic basket and bring their own stuff. and
Basically,
do
we
you guys
tell them-
facilitate and cater a little
We
bit?
do. We have like a little starter kit. We have games and board games, and we have like a few blankets. And then when people come in, they join on. And then we start talking. A lot of people like to come early because I think it's like less social anxiety. They get to breathe a bit more. And we just get chatting, and more people come. We have a few icebreakers, but there isn't necessarily like an agenda. So we have fun. We chill together, we make connections.
Yeah. Sometimes it's quick, sometimes we stay until sunset. And we walk out of there singing random songs. It's always a vibe.
I love that because you get to connect with people, I think, in a different way, in an open, safe space, which is beautiful. And you obviously hosted at different locations as well. But I want to chat about that hashtag that we saw on TikTok, the hashtag Discover Yourself campaign, encouraging us, to embrace our uniqueness as well. So with that in mind, taking a look at that hashtag, how do you stay true to the identity that you are with regards to Strangers Picnics?
I think we stay true to our identity by keeping the communication open, because we always keep the mic on the strangers. We like to call them strangers. So they always do little interviews talking about their experience. And when we share that, it also allows people to see what it feels like to be at the picnic.
Inspired almost.
Yeah, exactly. So that's how we try to keep it as wholesome as possible, keeping the communication open, and also like there's a feedback loop happening.
So we have these like a little note cards as well at the picnic, and it's completely anonymous, and they can write suggestions and reviews and their favorite part of the day, and it's like the best thing to read after the picnic because it's actually working.
I just find it fascinating that you kind of took that leap and did something like this, something that I don't think a lot of people would actually think about doing. Think about random people for a picnic, and this is, which I think is fun. So how do we become part of a Strangers Picnic?
You pitch up. It's as simple as that. Honestly, it's as simple as that. We notice the people who are there intentionally. They would come to the picnic, they come greet us in the beginning, they speak to us, we give them a name tag, and you're in the club, basically.
So I'm sure as it grows and becoming more popular, you're going to look at bigger and bigger venues.
Exactly that.
Because what if your venue can't cater for the amount of people that's going to
Precisely.
So the stadium, maybe.
The most amount of people I think we had was like a few years ago, it was 120 to 30 people.
That's
and at that point in time, I was still hosting alone. And then that's why we decided to have a team. So now we have an amazing team that helps us and helps the progression of the picnic. So shout out to them.
Shout out to them. They're absolutely amazing.
Honestly,
and at some point we both were abroad, and they kept it going.
And they kept it going.
And it was all people who have been there since the beginning. So people who have been at the picnics, who know how much anxiety it actually is, like meeting new people, being shy and everything, and they did it themselves.
We said it this morning, there's a theme, the OGs, they stuck through it.
OGs.
So basically at Emma with one M .Sita on TikTok and Molly.Tarts. That's what you are. So that's where the people can find out more about.
Yes, and we have a TikTok page at strangerspicnics.za.
And strangerspicnics.co.za. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Maybe we'll put in for a Strangers Picnic sometime soon. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
I love it. I very love it. I see this is just the creativeness that's coming out of the online space that we can expect. Thank you very much for coming through.
Thank you so much for having us.
Tell you we have a picnic on the 29th of September. So please come through.
At Greenpoint Park, 1 p.m. Come make
Look for the yellow balloons.
Yeah.
Look for the yellow balloons.
Bye.